we have two very interesting presentations done by Vini. And the first one, it is a link also to the Natura 2000, because inside the Elafonisos area, there is the beach between Punta to Magano, and inside there is the Pavlopetri area that is well known, and what is less known but is very important also, it is the wetland lagoon Strongyli. The wetlands are we could say areas that are protected, and as today Lagoon Strongyli is not enough well known, or we make a presentation to a wetland association in order to propose another way to use and to have the wetland of Strongyli that could be much more touristic focus. This is the first presentation. The second one, it is what it was one of our basic of our symposium about economical sustainability of the future, and Vini, that is a sustainable expert, will give us her vision, what could be for, again, Greece and for Elafonisos, what it means sustainable future. Vini will do it in English, and due to the fact that she also speaks Greek, she will make at the end of the presentation a wrap-up in Greek in order to have a record for our symposium in the both language. Okay, Vini, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. I feel really glad to be with you because I have met some of you quite recently, and I'm really honored to be here to listen for my presentation. I apologize that by the fact that my English is not that good, so sometimes maybe I will try to find the proper word, but I think that I will make it. So, to start with, as Enrico said, I'm an sustainability expert. That means that I'm quite familiarized with ecology, but also with people and money. This is the main meaning of sustainability, but these three pillars that we say for sustainability is not the only one that are necessary. You have to mix these three pillars in a good way of management. So management is very critical. So Enrico had an idea some months ago to, since well, before I start, I hate someone being right here like me, do nothing and blah, 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 blah. So I will try to make it a little bit, at least, more interactive. So I would like to make questions so we can all participate in that. Before I start, before the introduction of Enrico, I would like to ask how many of you knew about Strongyli Lake? No one. Okay. Ah, well, there is one. Ah! Okay. So let's continue. How many of you knew about Pavlopetri? Wow. Quite a few, most of them. Okay. How many of you know about Castagna Lake? Sorry, Castagna, cave, sorry. One, great, okay. So let's proceed. Matteo, please, the following. Okay, here is where we are. You can see on the top of the screen the map of Greece. And you will see on a zoom, let's say, icon, where we are now and where is the island of Elafonisos. Please proceed the next one. And here in the more zoom, outside, where is the Punta area, that, let's say, stuff on the left side of the icon is the port of Punta. And the main part of the icon is the Lake Strongyli. Since most of them know about Pavlopetri, Limni Strongyli is let's say 50-100 meters away or less from Pavlopetri. So this is an aerial photo. Please proceed to the next one. As you can see here, maybe since you are quite far, I will read you the letters. There are some quite activities over there, which is low crop areas, some olive grow, some road network, and some houses over here and over there. Some little structured environment, I would say, and some Arab land. Please proceed with the next one. So, what is there that makes so interesting and important that lake? Can anyone suggest? Make a suggestion? Yes, okay. Great. Please proceed with the next one. Of course, as many lakes, there are quite wild birds and flora and fauna. Also, there is an archaeological site, Pavlopetri, well-known site. Please proceed to the next one. Here is some picture of the coastal sand dunes and plant structures that are over there, but they look not that important. Why does someone knows? Why is this stuff over there important? Great. Most of them, or some of them, maintain the sand in order not to move away. Because if the sand moves away, then the roots will come up and then the plant will die. Okay, next one, please. So, even though they are quite humble and of that level, I'm not sure if a camera takes me, they are very important. There are some plants that are unique, interesting, that size, and unique. So it is not an elephant, it is not a flamingo, even though we have flamingos in that lake, but still the most important protected species are these tiny little plants, which when someone does not know of their importance and go there and see some tiny little plants, okay, what's the case? Please proceed. So, on the left part of the photo are how you see from quite far away the area, and on the right side you can see some photos of the flowers of these plants. Most of them are very interesting and useful. Please proceed. And in that area, as most of you may know, there are some turtles, a lot of birds. As I said to you before, there are flamingos, even flamingos, which most of you know. And this lake is one of the lakes that birds that fly over from Africa up to Europe stop there in order to have some breath, to make some break. Okay. And it is not written over here, but apart from these animals, also whales use this area to to feed themselves. And apart from plant and animals per se, fishermen over here take into consideration this area as quite important for them. Do you know why? Another someone else? Yes, please, say it loud. Yes? Because the waters are quite shallow and fish prefer to give birth to their little fishes in calm and warm water, which is the case over here. This area is very important for the fish population to grow. If we destroy that area, no barbuña for Enrico to eat, and no other fishes for the fishermen over here to maintain their economic activity. Please proceed. So there are some photos of other interesting places over the area, which is the Castagna Cave, my site. There is a petrified forest in the area. Did you know that? Ah, great. Some of them knew. Okay. Did you know the Castle of Agia Paraskevi, which currently is my name? How many of them? 2. Great. Okay. So we Cape Malaya Lighthouse. Some, no, yes. Okay. So what I want to show you is that in the area there are quite a lot of interesting places that someone can visit and enjoy and see and learn and discover and feel and all these interesting things. Please proceed. Okay, of course, is the famous Simos beach, but since you are quite aware, of course, all these days you have heard it too many times, we're trying to extend the period that people arrive here. So in spring and autumn, that birds fly. During winter or other period that these plants grow. During having in contact with people that are interested in cave diving, let's say. So there are quite a lot of other things around here to see and visit. So that is what we are trying to do. That is what we are trying to make clear or well known to other people over here. Please proceed. But we have also cars. Since I'm not the kind of person that likes to put your blame, no, not mine. It's your fault. I try to understand why people used to park their cars over there. First of all, let's discover what is the issue. So, okay, someone parked his car over there. So, why is this a problem? Can someone guess? Oil in the sand. Something else? Sorry? Okay, great. That is an issue for the car, not for the environment per se. Yes, please. How do you destroy the environment? Please stay in more detail. Okay, I will reply in order to be recorded. You said that in order to have parking area, we cut off the grasses, and sometimes even because cars step on the grasses, that's why they destroy. Okay, the first is not let's say applicable over here because we have this kind of flat areas as nature created. I mean, nature created this area for a reason. And the reason is to have, let's say, to have a lake. We have been there with some of our volunteers. And when, can I step a little bit in front, please? For the camera, okay. And when we were walking Someone, okay, watch out. What smells over here? It sounds terrible. And but I explained them that this damn thing that sticks on your shoe and smells badly. Well, it is really, really, really necessary to be here because otherwise we wouldn't have lake. This clay we said in geology is like a barrier, a geological barrier, so that the water that drops from the rain stops there and create a lake. A lake. Since a lake is there, birds will fly. Since birds will fly, will make the common use that we do when we're alone in our house. So there are, let's say, they fertilize the soil. So you see, there is a cycle of life over there due to this smelling badly soil over there. But in summertime, due to the fact that this water is that much, that high, so it dries, and you see this white area. So there is not that we cut up some roots, some plants, but the nature created that. But since there is no science over there to explain what I have just said to you, not even no parking area, but I personally believe, since I'm a Greek lady and we are not used to, but I would say, and we are used to try to find out maybe there is another, oh yes, there is a small parking over here. Let's make use of it. I believe that if you explain in a proper way why it is important to maintain this area and what you will destroy if you enter this area with your car, we will have no other, we will not be effective. So please proceed. So this is on the port, this is a photo is on the port of πώς λέγεται το λιμάνι απέναντι? Of Punta. As you see, too many cars are parked there. Do you know why? First of all, because Elafonisos is that pretty. So too many people want to come here. Secondly, there is no authorized parking area for cars to park over here. So they park quite close. Some during July and August, too many cars arrive here, so they go a little bit from there, from here, so they end up at Strongyli Lake. Could you please proceed? Even a few days ago, we were with Jean-Antoine, our volunteers over there, to do some interview about Pavlopetri. And someone said, "Oh, hello, please help me. What is the issue? Please, I'm stuck over here. How did you find yourself over here?" And there was a big car, like an expensive one, from German. He said, "Well, I just followed the road that Google Map showed me to you." And my wife was saying, "Are you sure that this is a normal path to follow?" I said, yes. Google Maps is over there. Let's follow. And they were stuck for a few hours over there. So not only these German people, but other people, since they do not know all the things that we are discussing now, they use this area in order to make some, how do you say this? When you drive fast and then you do some twist with your cars, this kind, yeah, sports. Please proceed. Here we can see how is things, not now with what is windy, but in July and August, full of cars. This is a photo of the ferry boat. And you can see, I will leave the microphone to approach. Here is the ferry boat, and here, it's quite 2 or 3 kilometers away, is the queue of the cars.
Repeat it just to be recorded.
Yeah, in the one area arrow shows the ferry boat, and the other arrow shows the long car queue, which is quite a few kilometers away. So they have to wait for 2 or 3 hours in order to be here, swim, and get back, or leave, or whatever. Next, please. So it was quite clear to us that we have to protect Limni Strongyli from further degradation. In order to do that, we have to prohibit the uncontrolled entrance of cars. In order to succeed on that, we had an idea of creating barriers. I mean, to dig. You will see some. I will explain you later. And third is to try to educate people about the things that we are talking today. Please proceed. Here you can see a newborn caretta turtle on his way to search for the seashore. And you can see the car which is a few meters away from the little turtle. So, okay, this is a picture that is taken on purpose. But this can be true in several cases in May, June, and July. Please proceed. So, quite a few people like Enrico and like Barbara User and like some other Italian and local people over here decided to do something. And we had some, let's say, common views and a common way of approaching the issue. So they created with their own money a leaflet, the one that is presented over here, that gives some information to the people that visit the area and say, please, this area is for that and that and that reason important, and don't park here. What was impressive when I first go with Barbara User, an American lady that decided to move to Greece and do something, is that when we were together visiting the Strongyli Lake, and we always find parked cars. She didn't say, "Oh, you have to move." No, he kept his leaflet, and he, "Hello, my name is that. Do you know where you are?" No, you know. And she give them the leaflet, explain them, and said, okay, since you are here, you can stay as you long, but please, you are not allowed to stay overnight. And when you have enjoyed what you do, please take every waste that you have created with you and leave. Okay, I have all the times that Barbara did that. Everyone, all of them, responded in a positive way. And now I'm sure that this is the proper way to have things done. Please proceed. This is the diagram that you can understand. I mean, the thing that long red line shows the population that arrive in the summertime. Please proceed. And these are two studies that have been developed since 2019, I think. I mean, quite a few years ago, from the authority who is responsible for the archaeological site. And on the other side, you can see a thesis of 3 architectures that made proposals on what to be done in this area. So we have studies, we have everything has been developed, And we had gained some, not we, the relevant authorities, received some money to put at least some labels and do at least something. Something has been done. We expect the rest of the activities that are described there. What is described there? Next, please. How many minutes do I have? 7, 8 minutes. Okay. So if you can see, there is a red line, let's say, around the area that in these studies, and we agreed to create a path that someone could walk or use a bicycle to move around the lake, to see the whole area without being stuck with his car in this muddy soil. Please proceed. Proceed again, please. We suggested in having some, let's say, larger signs where, because I have said you too many things. You cannot have all this information just in small tables, but these are quite unique signs. And I don't know if you can see. There are some small constructions, but are good enough to have the result that we are seeking for. What are the results? No current sites. So you dig a trench, put a small wooden bridge, end of story. No cost, not much intervention, and the results are there. Please proceed. And we also think of creating some wooden bird blinds where you can go there, hide a little bit, and see the birds, and not disturbing them, because even going there, if you are not, you don't know the proper way to go there. You may step on some eggs because there are no big trees. So birds build their nest over the soil, over this muddy, smelly soil that is quite disturbing. They build their nest. And if you are not familiarized, expertise on that issue, you can step on these nests. So you have to be, let's say, guided somehow in order to not disturb, even by walking inside this area. Also, you can see the other activity that you can have over there. How many of you know that in Pavlopetri you can see the relics just by swimming 3 or 4 meters away from the seashore? Did you know that? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, quite a lot. Okay, so, but it's half. The other half does not know. So you can visit there, also with some guided, some ξεναγούς, παρακαλώ, η λέξη ξεναγή, with some tours, some tour guides. Sorry. Yes, thank you. And enjoy the area. So next, please. Our target is to maintain the area, even though it does not look like Switzerland with big trees. That's the kind of topography that we want to maintain. We do not want to plant some big trees to grow up very fast. Ecology is a very sensitive thing in order to do things that you are not very specialized. It is a team working that has to be done. So you can see some biking that we suggest to have over there. Next, please. We think that there in Pavlopetri, in Strongyli Lake, in Punta, and also in Elafonisos, there is a quite big potential business case. If people are aware, if we explain, we have created a contact with Cocomat who produce wooden bikes in order to be a key partner to our dreams to come true, and bring some of these bikes over here to start a business for the local. And if local find out that, okay, by protecting my place, I can also have a benefit, an economical benefit for me, then we will have succeed in the sustainability that I was saying to you in the beginning. So nature, people, economy under a good government. I will stop over here. I will give the floor to Mr. Enrico Toia, the president of our association, who dreamed of this project, to fill in any gaps or continue the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Vini. I believe it is something that, again, as you say, Pavlopetri, it is much more known, despite the fact that we had done last year a questionnaire, and there are 74% of tourists arriving in Elafonisos. They are not aware about Pavlopetri. And I believe that about Lake Strongyli, we have less than 1% that are known, they know that Pavlopetri exists. And for me, it is a big opportunity in order to have tourists that could have not only Simos, but something else to do. I believe that this one must be presented to Natura 2000, must be presented to the municipality, must be presented to, again, also to the people that live in Viglafia, nearby the area of Punta, and I'm sure that they could increase the quality of the tourist, and they could, as you are saying, they could come also during the season in which the birds are passing through. And I'm sure that if you make a questionnaire to the visitor, do you know that you could go to see the Strongyli Lagoon in September where the birds are passing? 99% are not aware. Just for the history, I remember that in the past, the month of September, it was known as a month in which the people coming from Koropi, that is a small village nearby Athens, they come here to kill the bird that was passing through. And it was a big issue. There were a lot of restaurants were very, very happy to have these Koropi people coming here because they bring some business. At the end, they obtained to stop it because it was something that was against also the ecology and why you need to kill animals. And I believe that it would bring much more money to the community. Instead to kill the bird, it is just to watch and to see what they are doing. Okay, thanks a lot for this part. I believe that